work day, so it didn't phase us.
That's probably the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Okay, guys, it is so good to see all of you, and we are going to get started here. I totally lost you on my screen. Who knows why? We're having some technological difficulties. Happy Tuesday. Tell me down below what you did on Labor Day. I saw a lot of you actually working on your 25 list. I know our team is doing some challenges just because we have such big goals for this month. And not just for this month. Let us not forget, like so many of us have long-term goals for that residual income that we're building for our family's future. Brenda, I think I'm going to make you host. I'm going to make sure everybody is muted. That is something that I should just do every time.
Also, did you want to record? Just checking.
Yes, and I can do that. I usually just pull from the live. I think I'll do that just because it's easier. Thank you, though. Always a good reminder. Okay, so you guys, welcome to our 10-10-10 weekly call where we have 10-minute testimonials, 10 minutes of business training, and 10 minutes of product training. We've been loving this, so we're going to continue with this flow. First of all, I have a few announcements for our team this next Tuesday through Saturday. And it did start today. We've been doing a 5-day relaunch yourself training with Emily Gibson. I am really looking forward to tomorrow's. It kind of makes me laugh what the subject matter is, but it's difficult uplines or difficult downlines and talking about a team that doesn't work. So I feel kind of funny actually saying this on the screen to these people because we really do have such a low drama team. You're all so wonderful to work with, but let's tune in and see what we can learn. Some bees for your bonnets, right? Next, we do have an IPA challenge that just started this week. It started on Tuesday through Thursday. Brenda, too, we can push that into Team Fire. Kristi Mastrolia, our wonderful senior gold. She brings so much value to our team. I mean, senior gold, and just decide to do an IPA challenge for this huge team and including everybody. So join in on that. And our weekly GG team event is going to be led by the Quality Queens. Ask later if you want to know what that all means. That's what they named themselves. It makes me laugh so hard because everything we do is quality, right? So those are my level 1s and adopted level 2s this week that's doing our event. But let's get into this. First of all, we have Rachel Galbraith, and I'm so glad to have her here. Hi, Rach. She's in her daughter's room. I love her background. Rachel is a gold with Plexus. She has been married to her hubby for 17 years. They are darling together. Go check out her wall. They like go hiking and do all this stuff together. They have 3 kids, ages 5, 7, and 9. And Rachel began Plexus in November of 2019. I have to tell you this too. All 3 of our guests today, they all started in November. Isn't that random? I just thought that was really random. Fun information. So her favorite product is Vital Biome. Let us know down below if that's your fave. Guess whose new fave that is all over again? Me. I was off of it for months, started it again. I'm doing it at night, which I know sounds crazy. I just thought I've been doing this for 6 years. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to try it at night. I will share more on that later. Absolutely incredible with my mood after surgery and everything. True changing of events for this mama's mind. Okay, so lastly for Rach, I love this part. This is always so fun to hear what your favorite quote or scripture is. It's Genesis 12:23, and she wrote it down for us. I will bless you, and all people on earth will be blessed through you. And her favorite song, she gave me her favorite song. I don't even know if I asked that, but I'm like, we need to start asking that. It's the Troll song, Get Back Up Again, which I think is hilarious and just totally perfect. Take it away, Rach. Thanks for being here.
Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, what an honor to be here today. It's a blessing to be able to share my story and give hope to others. And I'm just amazed at my journey so far and being so many years in, and just so thankful. And foremost, I just want to say, I mean, not everybody on here might be a believer in Jesus, but I have to give him praise foremost because he's faithful. He's the one who answered my prayers and brought Plexus into my life. And so, so my story kind of begins, my testimony, when I started my journey of health 9 years ago. and well, almost 10 years ago in January. And I did all the healing diets. I did a lot of great things. But I wasn't getting where I needed to be in my health. I knew that there was more. My husband and I were not on the same page with health. He was tired of elimination diets. I get it. I didn't enjoy them either, but I knew that I needed to do something, in which elimination diets, there's a purpose and it's good to do at times for sure. But I was missing a huge piece I didn't realize. And so it's neat that I remember sitting in this exact room, and after my husband and I had a really large fight, and it was really, really, really rough. And I remember sitting on my knees and just crying out to the Lord because I was just done. I was tired, and I was like, God, what else? Like, there has to be something else that can help me. And my kids, all three of them, ended up having health issues as well. Skin issues and all these digestive issues, because my health wasn't in a good place. But anyways, I was just crying to the Lord. And after that, God changed my husband's heart, and he became fully supportive over me in my health journey. And it was a blessing. And right after that, God started to actually speak the word Plexus in my ears for 2 weeks. I was literally I knew of the business. I had 2 close friends that had shared with me randomly, but I was like, I have my diet. I'm fine. I don't need that. I don't want to spend more money, make it an issue. So I just kind of ignored them for a while. And then, but hearing Plexus in my ears, I knew it was the Lord. And I just remember thinking, that's the company that they're part of, right? And so I started looking into it, and I connected with my friend right away, one of my girlfriends, and she basically was like, she was shocked. I was just like, I think this is what I'm supposed to be on. Basically, we met up. And the thing is I knew that, like, just even talking to my husband, I didn't know how that was going to go, because spending more money. And I was just like, oh, great. Well, ended up being within 5 minutes of our conversation, I knew that God, he opened the door. He spoke to me, Plexus. I knew that he was opening the door. And in that prayer time, actually, that one of the days, he's like, I will bless your family physically, mentally, and financially. And I didn't know what the financial part was. I honestly didn't care. I just was like, I need to get better mentally and physically for my family, because I felt like I was falling apart. So it's really neat how God moves, and he opened the door within 5 minutes of conversation with my husband. He's like, yeah, go try it for 6 months. Well, I was like, just 6 months? Like, what about a year? But he's like, 6 months. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, within 3 months, my husband got on it, because 3 months in, he saw a change in me. And I've had now 19 health breakthroughs, and I'm just so thankful that I've stayed committed and consistent. Though I'm actually out of my vital biome right now. One thing I deal with normally is anxiety, and vital biome is such a blessing in my life. Within 30 minutes, I wake up, I can start to feel anxious. I think it's connected with ADHD, but the vital biome has been a lifesaver for me. And so I actually ran out early, and I was like, oh crap. No, but that's okay. I'm doing okay. But some of the things I wanted to share with you that I had breakthroughs in, the brain fog was amazing. 3 months in, that was incredible breakthrough. Like, all my life, ever since a young girl, I've had brain fog. And just to feel like I can actually remember and not forget my thoughts all the time. And like, it's just incredible. My husband would say, stop saying that you have a bad memory. I'm like, but I do. Like, I feel like I can't, think straight. And then he's noticed he noticed almost right away when I started having more clarity in my mind. So it's pretty cool, but I'm not going to name everything that I've had breakthroughs in, because it's 19, but the sugar cravings has been a huge blessing in my life, not having the sugar cravings. I was always controlled by sugar. And that was when I grew up on a highly processed, high sugar diet. And that's why I had so many health issues for so long. But you know what? Just to not have that being controlled. I remember being so frustrated. Like, why am I controlled by this? I hate this. So thank you, Jesus. For chromium and good balance, the pink drink and the probiotics, the mood swings. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Having 3 kids, or not even having 3 kids. Like, okay, you need some balance in the moods. Oh my gosh. I have my up and downs here once in a while, but not like I used to. It was very extreme before and scary. So I'm just so thankful that's more balanced. The anxiety side, like I said, has gotten so much better, especially in vital biome. I used to have cold sores. I used to think that I used to go to the bathroom well, my whole family, but we were not going to the bathroom well. She'll be going 2-3 times a day. And I was always bloated because I would anxiously eat all the time. I'd binge eat, even if it was healthy food, I would binge eat like crazy. And so I'm just so thankful that now, like, I don't have that. I'm not bloated all the time. So, my hair's thicker, I have healthier skin. Like, I'm just in awe of how many changes I've experienced. And now, as I was one of those ones that started sharing right away because God opened that door, and he's like, finances. I didn't know what that looked like. And so now it's like, I was always very passionate about health prior, and I was always sharing anything that anyone would listen, like anything about diets. And so now God is using Plexus as a vehicle because diet is huge in it, but I have so much more other wisdom. And he's just, it's been so neat, to start to grow my own team. And I did set my business down for 1 year, but God said it's time to go again. And it's just so neat how he's bringing people in, and I don't have to strive and be crazy, strive to get people. Like, he's literally bringing people to me, of course, out of obedience and doing certain things. But it's like, it's so neat to see and to help people, to serve people, to love people, because I know how many other people are suffering out there. And I know that I was at my wit's end where I was like, what else? And, people are living in silence, or, they're not doing well. And so every day I'm like, okay, I got to go out there. I got to, share. And the right people are going to come in the right time. And it took me almost 2 years. So, there's hope for anybody. So anyways, that's my story. Thanks for listening, everybody.
That was so good. Okay. Do you guys feel like your belief is like up to here right now? This is why we're doing these calls, and we're putting the testimonials and the stories at the beginning, because your hearts are like, oh, that's right. That's why I'm continuing to do my IPAs. Oh, that's right. That's why I'm going to keep stepping out of my comfort zone. And, I'm not going to say anything more. That was so wonderful, Rachel. I do not want to get in the way of this next portion. I just think it's so funny too. Rachel moved right into the business, because how could you not, when you know what you have? Her children have had amazing breakthroughs too, you guys. So how could you not share? So Kristi Hull is next. And actually Brenda's the one who's going to announce her.
Yay! I'm so excited to get to do this, Kristi. So you guys have to first understand what a big deal it is to have the Kristi Hull on to talk to you guys. I know she won't agree with that, but it is. It's a big deal. I've known this girl for a long time. Actually, we've been blessed to do events together. We did Super Saturday together. We get to see each other in Hawaii. We hang out. We were at the Dream Center in LA together, did the mission trip together. And just so many times I've really gotten to know the Kristi. And here's the thing, y'all, she's humble and she's real, but she's a rock star. So listen to what she has to say, because she could share on so much. Like, I've heard a lot of amazing trainings from Kristi. You probably have some on YouTube. You guys are gonna have to go look up later, but she's going to share with us how she's been sharing the reset, and how that is, she's been on the top list in our company, y'all, for the most resets sold. She can tell us more details about that, because I forget the stats you gave me. But I have been really thinking of the reset as not only a reset for people's health, but a reset for our business. And I think that's where Kristi's thoughts are today too. So let's listen. Kristi Hull from Arkansas. Y'all are going to love her accent. Arkansas, do I have that? Yeah, I have that right.
Yes. I definitely have the accent. So thank you, Brenda. Thank you for asking me to do this call, because I'm almost 9 years into this business. And just like Bridget said, like, you get on these calls, and I know why I'm still doing this, but like, just hearing Rachel's testimony, your belief is just filled up so much more. And you're like, how can you not share? And why would you not want to share? And then just to know the lives that are being changed. So I love that y'all are doing that and invited me. So yeah, so 9 years into the business, you would kind of think, oh my gosh, yes, it is a great time for like a reset in the business. And just me and my personal life, I've had a lot of things going on the last year. And so when the reset came out, I had no idea it was coming out. And when they let the diamonds in on it and we got to try it, I was like so stoked because it was perfect for me, for what I needed for my body. I've had a lot of surgeries this year and have taken a lot of medicines that I normally wouldn't take, but I've not had a choice. And so I was like, I need everything like reset in my body, like give me the reset. And so I also know, even though a lot of people have built on gut health and just all of the health benefits to Plexus, that in today's world, people are like so conscientious of what they look like. And we all want that, like that drive-through mentality. Like we want, we want to do something and we want to see results. Like we want to get quick results. And why this is not like a magic deal, the reset's not magic. I love that it can be a quick start, because you cannot do this and do it and not see results and not feel something. I've had people that, even though this one girl the other day, she's the lead, I probably have sold over 100 of these personally and have helped so many people. And most people are losing over the like average, or over what we can say, right? But she lost, I think, 1 pound, but it looked like she lost like 10 pounds, right? And she was stoked. Like she didn't care that the scale said 1 pound. So me personally, I was like, this is going to be great, because people on social media, when they see that, oh, okay, they can see that somebody did this on this day and got this result in 3 days or 4, on day 4, they're like, okay, I'm in. Everybody needs that, right? Whether it's, the COVID-20 that everybody, like tons of people put on, or a health issue, or just getting off track in life, or summer's over, let me get reset now that I got my kids back in school, or whether you're home, homeschooling them or whatever, like now that you're back in a quote routine. And so I'll be honest, 9 years into the business, I don't really I don't have to post on my actual wall about Plexus every single day, because people know I do Plexus, but bet that I am posting in my stories every single day. And you guys, if you go back and look at my wall, it's all mainly personal stuff. I think I've posted about the reset 4 times now since convention. But in my stories, that is where I am getting every single person. Okay. And so every single day, and I will send Brenda tons of my story graphics. I just drop them in a chat for my team, because a lot of times our teams don't know where to find these. And I'm like, I'll just drop them in here. And so Brenda, I will send you a bunch so you can share and they can use them, because I'm doing pictures for sure, like the before and afters. People's like, just a short snippet on my resetters, like what they've said, I've lost 6 pounds, or, I feel so good. I feel so energized. This is way easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be starving, and I've actually felt that I feel really full. It's just, people kind of need all these little sneak peeks to like what it looks like. And then also, if you haven't done a reset yourself, your people probably want to see what the reset would do for you. And because we all know when we share our own personal stories, that's probably when you get the most response, right? And so I guess I've done 3 resets now, because I did my test one, which nobody, I couldn't share about that one, but then I did one right after convention with my team. And then right before I went to the beach, and I'm going to do another one this weekend, right before Hawaii. And the 2 times that I have shared about it, like I've just taken everybody on my 3-day reset with me in my stories. And that people are like, oh, okay. So one of the big questions, you get is, oh, I don't think I can do this because I have a job. I'm like, what do you mean you can't do? Like, I had doctor appointments. I had this appointment. I'm going to the next. So like, I literally am packing up being like, well, sitting in the nail salon, like getting my pedicure, drinking this, or I've got everything for the day, like loaded in my arms. So it's just showing people really how the reset fits into their life. And so posting, let me see, my tips for posting would be before and afters, and not just showing just the front. So if you're going to show, 3 different people, then I always try to do like a front view, a side view, and a back view. Making sure that you're not always posting like one type of person. So you're not always maybe you find yourself that you have a lot of your friends are like your same age and look like you want to mix it up to show, men, women, young, old, like all the different, size variations. Because again, everybody out there is looking for something and they want to see themselves in that person that they're sharing story. And then more than anything, posting, you want to be posting non-Plexus stuff too, okay? Because that is how you keep people engaged. And then in the stories, lots of before and afters, what people are saying, showing, following through the reset. But I feel like the one thing is doing the polls at the end of the stories, okay? And if you don't know how to do that, that really changes the story thing, because that is a way for people to let them know that they're interested, and then you can always reach out to them. So if Bridget, to you, I sent it to you. I didn't send it to Brenda a while ago, but when people say, hey, tell me about the reset, or can you send me some information about the reset? How does it work? I'm not saying a whole lot, and people definitely don't want to know all the, I had one girl one day be like, what are y'all telling people like about the cellular reset? I'm like, I'm just saying that reset, like it's a cellular reset. Like, I definitely do not know the answer to that, right? So, because 9.9 times out of 10, nobody cares. Like, they care like what results they can get, right? So I sent that stuff to Bridget so she could drop it in here. But I'm just saying, hey, the 3-day reset is a nutritionally supported fast, yada, yada, yada. It's like a little paragraph like that. And I'm like, I'm going to drop the link right here. So that if you want to see all like the information and the sciencey stuff, you can go here. And then something else kind of like tells them like what it does. And then I'm like, does this sound like something you want to do? And then in parentheses, it says, believe me, you do. The results and from the pictures speak, say enough or something like that. So Bridget can drop that so you'll have the full deal. But I'm not saying a lot. Like, it's a little bitty snippet like that. And if they want to like click that link and read all the sciencey and all the like doctor stuff, they can. And people reply back and they're like, okay, well, how much does it cost? Or how do I order it? And so right after that, I dropped the next thing. And at first I was just giving them like, telling them a few prices. And then it was like, well, I want to like tell them what those prices include. So I say the retail option, which I've had 0 people go with because they see these options and they're like, well, that doesn't even make sense. The VIP option, and then the VIP option too. And so I have sold a few VIPs without the welcome pack because they just were like, no, I just don't want all those products right now. But then they've gone back and ordered the welcome pack. But most people will see this little breakdown of the pricing and they see the value and the benefits of what all they're getting. And they're like, oh, I think I want to do option 2. Am I reading that right? Is that, I'm getting all that for that price for like $30? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, oh, okay. So that is it, you guys. I'm not like telling a bunch of things. I'm not sending a bunch of voice messages. And so then when they're like, oh, well, I want option 2, I'm sending them personally. And I'll send this to y'all. I didn't get it sent before. I'll say, okay, well, I'm going to send you 2 different welcome packs to choose from. And I send the triplex one or the weight loss basics, just because if they do want to focus more on their gut health after the reset, that's the one I would suggest. And then with the weight loss basics, the only new thing that would be introduced would be the MetaBurn in that package that they wouldn't have in the reset, right? And so I'm not even like, the graphics I send explains what those are, so I don't have to do that. And then they're picking one of those and they're signing up and ordering. Okay, so it's very simple. It's like you don't have to think about it, and literally keep that in your notes. And that's a copy and paste every single time. So you're not having to sit down and type it all up every time. And so then when they order, I sent the next thing that I send them. And at first I was sending this like when they told me they got their stuff in and they were about to start. But then here in the last week, I've been sending it right away as soon as they're like, I've ordered. So that way they kind of know what to expect. And then I even mentioned in there, like if they have one of the little hand mixers, that would be good. If they don't, it's not a deal. So that way, if they're like, oh, actually, I think I do want to get a hand mixer, they have time to order it by the time their stuff gets in. And so most people are letting me know right when they're going to start. And then I'm checking in on them every single day. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, it's day 1. How's it going? Like just a mid-morning check-in. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, how's day 1 been? Do you have any questions? Day 2, day 3, right? And so, and then I'm telling them every day, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to wake up in the morning and see like what the scale says, see your pictures, your results. So it's really just you guiding people. Like the system itself is going to do the job, but it's just you being accountable. And then also if that, like, oh, I do feel a little full, like you just reassuring them, like other people are experiencing that. That's normal, like walking them through it. And so I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anyways, the reset has just been huge for me, for my health, huge for people on our team. I feel like there's so many people on our team, like 9 years in, and I know Brenda can feel this, that like they kind of feel like they've talked to everybody, but the reset is something new. Okay. And it's what so many people are looking for. And it has just re-energized and reboomed so many people's businesses. And so I cannot stress enough for me and Rebecca Folks. I'm sure a lot of you guys know her. She's who I signed up under. And she said that the other day when we were talking, she was like, if people aren't posting about the reset right now, they're never going to post about Plexus. And that is just the truth of it. Like, I'm like, it's serious. Like, why would you not post about it? It's simple. It takes the guesswork out of it for you. And like, it's legit what people want. So if you don't show it to them, they're not going to know it's out there. Or they're going to see someone else posting about it and you're going to be like, dang, I knew that person too. Like, why didn't they order from me? Oh, wait, because I wasn't talking about it. And you cannot be talking about this enough. Okay. Repetition is key. And even though you want to like not overwhelm people with Plexus, you can't overwhelm them with this. Right. So any questions for me about it? I hope that.
I was wondering if you had any wording for like having them get 3 people themselves.
Okay, well, I will tell you that's not been my strong suit lately. And so I'm hoping with the watch that will help more people. I have told them, hey, if you do have 3 friends that want to do this with you or that are asking questions, or sometimes it's easier to do something together, that you could make, last month it was $400. You could make about $400. And I will say majority of my people are like, well, I want to see what it does for me first, and then I'll think about it. So
yeah.
that's definitely been my weakness. I'm gonna be completely honest. And I'm like, I just want one person to want to share.
Okay.
And I will say that that's probably good for y'all to know that diamonds struggle with that too, right? So don't feel bad if people aren't wanting to share right now. But I do feel like once they do see their, get their results, and I will say a lot of people have been like, after they do it, is this something I can do monthly? So they do love it. It's just them getting to the idea of, oh, I do want to share, because a lot of people are also, worried about what people think about them. Yes. And that kind of thing. So
yeah, I get that 100%, because the reset, people don't come into it with so much of a long-term vision like they do with some of the other combos. And so that might be kind of a little bit of something they have to get past to think about sharing. But it's been something I've been trying. I just signed up a VIP today to start the reset, and I sent her a little note about sharing with 3 people. She didn't respond, but I planted the seed. So I'm going to see how that goes. Thank you.
Yes.
Everything you shared was so good. I'm sure Bridget's bursting to.
I have a question though. Like, what do you think, Kristi? Do you think people are struggling to post their before and after pictures? Because that's what I'm finding right now. I'm like, oh, well, hello, we have other ways to help them share. So I'm just wondering, and maybe you've already done this. I'm like, no, I need to make some other post options for them to put up that do not include them having to take a before and after picture if they aren't open to doing that,
So besides people that are already doing Plexus, I've only had like 3 people send me their pictures or even take them, even though I tell them in that message, take them, but I think they're so scared that like these might get leaked. And so I do think that in the stories I'm going to send Brenda, where I've just got the snippets, I think there could be some ideas sparked in there, Bridget, where it's like, oh, I could like take this and make it a post for people. And I need to probably think of something like that too, because you're right. I do think it's very, very hard to post that before and after. I mean, I completely agree. Like I've done them before when I let myself get out of control and I'm like, I want to die right now. but I'm going to do that.
You're so brave
So the
about
long
that,
story
Kristi.
short of it, it's a mindset thing here because we're honestly so worried about what people are thinking. And that's just a small minority of people that are going to be negative about it. What I find is you have more people that it's to them because you are being vulnerable. They can see themselves in your story, and they're like, oh, well, if that worked for her, that can work for me. And I would say there's a girl on my team right now. She's a level 2. She's from my same little town that tons of us Jules are from. She's young. She's like a mid-20s, like new mom, and she started March 27th, and she started with a triplex, and like her before and after is phenomenal. But she didn't decide to do a brand ambassador until July 28th. And by August 15th, she had fast started gold. But she, like, even though wasn't sharing in March, she's been taking these pictures, and I've just been so proud of her for how bold she's been with her. And I can send those to y'all, but like, not everybody's going to be like that. But she just had her first brand ambassador post her before and after today. And she was like, I knew you'd have, but she's been trying to get her to do it for like, what she's like, I knew you'd eventually get there where you felt, like you wanted to share. So I think it is hard, but I think the reason that the girl has done so well is because she is being so bold and putting her, and like, she's being very vulnerable. Yeah. And other new moms are seeing them in her, in her, and being like, well, if Kristen can do this, then these products can help me too. So it's just, I think, again, it's up here. And then it's like, once that you get past the like worrying about people, what people think, then you just go with it. Once the first post is out, you're kind of like, oh, okay, that was harder than I, made it up to be in my head.
I love that. And it makes me wonder too. I've just lost my train of thought. Oh, what is it? Come on, it's coming back. This is what it was. You guys, she has signed up like 100 people with Reset. We know that takes time, a lot of time, a lot of oomph. So you've kind of also been busy bringing in a lot of level 1s. You know how many points she brought in by bringing on over 100 people? So it's not like you haven't been busy. And so now I think you're going to be making some silvers, baby. Like, we're always learning these skills and honing our skills. And every season we cannot be 100% with everything all the time. So we'll be watching you. That is for sure. We took notes, you guys. I got all of her wording. It would not let me copy and paste the rest of it in this chat. So I'll put it in Fire. I'll put it in GG. Thank you so much for your time, Kristi. That was incredible.
You're welcome.
Yes, who's fired up about the reset now? Thank you, Kristi. That's just what we needed.
Okay, you guys, we're going right into product training now. And this is perfect because this product is actually in the Reset. I just drank another one today. And actually, since Reset, I've been drinking a lean shake every day, and I'm in love all over again. I do it with water and ice. What company has an amazing protein shake that tastes delicious with just water? Ours. So Christine Lowe is next, you guys. She's been married to her hubby Matt for 22 years. They have 4 children. She joined Plexus in November. Oh yes, November of 2018. Her favorite Plexus product is X Factor Plus because she says it keeps her crazy hormones like the menopausal. She does not look like she's even close to menopause, right? But she says it's keeping her menopausal stuff down. And actually, no, she said away. She loves it. Okay. Her favorite scripture is one of my favorites too. It's Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not unto men. Thank you, Christine. Take it away, woman.
Okay. Yes. I'm 48 and yeah, menopause. It's real, people. But I am excited to talk about lean because like what Bridget was just saying, I have had numerous different protein shakes over the years, and adding water, just water to them, is disgusting. And when the Reset pack came out, it's 20 grams of protein now, and then you add it with water, it's creamier, and I blend it up and I add ice. It is like a dessert. I absolutely love it. Some people on our team would mix it into a pudding with a little bit of water, mix it up and put it in the fridge. So I'm looking forward to doing that as a treat for my kids, because the one thing about this lean is that anybody can really have it. My kids use it as a snack. I use it as a snack. They're all, we had this discussion last night, sports versus athletes and games versus sports. And it was this most ridiculous high stress conversation. But the reality is we all need our bodies to be fueled. And what better way than with our lean shake? Now, there are a lot of products on the market that cannot even hold a candle to lean. As I dug into it, I was just more and more impressed with how the people of Plexus truly serve those of us who purchase the products. So there are two types of lean. You have the vegan and you have the whey. And so what's perfect for that is anybody that we speak to could probably benefit from one or the other. The whey is grass-fed, hormone-free. Then with the vegan, you have pea and rice protein. So let me go into a couple more things. I love that everything is natural in our lean. There are no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no GMO, no soy, no gluten. Like I said before, hormone-free. And they come in two amazing flavors. I forgot to say, vanilla and chocolate. So you can mix the two together. There's so many recipes, and I'll tell you my favorite at the very end. So one thing I think that's really important is we are a company and people that are wanting to serve people well. And we always talk about no artificial sweeteners. We're talking about our gut health, where all our immunity is. And the problem with artificial sweeteners is they destroy everything we're working for in our gut. So what's great about lean, it is sweetened with stevia. There is no artificial sweetener. So the stevia, I wrote this down if I could find it. Oh yeah, it is a perennial herb. It's native to South America and it has 0 calories. If somebody wonders, well, stevia, what about that? And it's 100% pure. So that is how the lean is sweetened. It has a smooth texture. It has no aftertaste that as somebody who's had different stevia in the past, I was very concerned about what it would taste like. Oh, I love it. And my kids love it. And there is no aftertaste. But did you know that 1 out of 2 Americans has the mutated gene MTHFR? I am one of them, undiagnosed, but I have too many of the symptoms to say confidently that I'm not. I believe I am. So with that, we have methylfolate in our lean, which our bodies, everybody's bodies, are able to absorb. If you have the MTHFR mutated gene, you cannot absorb and process synthetic forms of folic acid. And I always am now a label reader because Miss Bridget taught me about that. And it's a toxin in my body. So I love that ours is fully methylated. But I think this is where my heartstrings get tugged. We all love to serve people. And watching convention this year, that's what I think everybody who got up on stage talked about, was serving other people. And by buying 1 bag of lean, you are actually serving people that you don't even know. You are blessing them, because for every serving of lean, that serves one, oh, let me get this right. I don't want to say it wrong. So a bag of lean serves 14 children and families through an organization called Feeding America, through the Nourish One initiative. So for every time you put in 2 scoops, you're helping feed families and children. I love that. And as this morning at 10:38, over, I forgot my notes. Oh, I want to say 31 million families have been served as of 10:38 this morning. So let me make sure I touched all that, because I think lean is pretty great. A lot of people get hung up on oh, it says that it's for like a meal replacement. Well, there is food you can add to it if you're concerned about not enough nutrients, but there are 24 minerals and vitamins in this. You're getting incredible nutrients. So are your children. But here are some recipes. We blend ours in the wintertime with peppermint oil to make it taste like a peppermint chocolate frappuccino from a company out there. Another thing that my son Colton, who's over here making lunch, loves to do is he likes to mix his lean with a half of avocado. He likes to put it with strawberries and non-fat Greek yogurt and blend it together. And what? Oh, and he uses milk. I use water. So, but he's looking for the extra protein because he's a weightlifter right now and getting ready for track season. So I hope this helped, and maybe share some of your favorite ways you enjoy lean in the comments. So my favorite is chocolate.
Team vanilla over here, but them mixed together is really good too. I can't tell what it tastes like, chocolate or vanilla, but Thank you, Christine. You know, I forget about lean often. I am realizing I have customers who order with me that probably don't even realize we have a protein shake. Do you realize that? You have customers that aren't obsessed with Plexus like we are. And they're not necessarily scrolling through their website. They're like, she told me 9 months ago I needed Triplex and X Factor Plus. And that might be what they're still ordering. So go to them, and you could even tell them today, oh my goodness, my friend Christine was sharing about lean today, and it made me think of you. Bring it up. Say, I love this for a snack. I'll probably make one later on tonight. Have you ever thought about grabbing a bag of lean? We have served 30 million meals as of today because of this product. Our company is so wonderful. Okay, that's all we have for you today. We're going to let you go fly with your belief so high. Have a great day. I will put all the scripting and stuff from Kristi Hull and Team Fire in that post, and Gigi, you know where to find it. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Have a great day. Bye-bye.